Just falling apart. No biggie.
They say that it can have monster. He told me I'd eat this, but evidently not. This was supposed to be the way for CNN. So this is where I walked over there. So it's their new depot.
Welcome back to Oregon Coast Scenic Railroad. My name is Americus. I'm one of your ticket aides. I'll also be your car host.
Is for Jerry.
I will also be your car host. I won't be giving the narrative on this run, but I'll be giving the narrative from Rockaway back to Garibaldi. So just a few safety announcements one more time. Now that the train is moving, you are more than welcome to walk around. We do ask that you do so safely though, and make sure to grab on the railing as you're walking between the train cars. As well as make sure to keep all hands, feet, arms, everything inside of the train car. We do have some close calls with some blackberry bushes, along with some branches along the way. We'd rather everybody be safe, and I also don't want to have to write any incident reports, so let's avoid that conversation altogether. Our conductor Haley is going to be coming around and punching those paper tickets for you guys, so please make sure to have those out ready.
We were in one of those two cars last time. The tables look familiar.
Make sure to have those out ready.
Shoot. Keep your arms inside the train car. Keep your arms inside the train car.
Otherwise you might get scratched by blackberries.
And if you're walking between cars, watch your step. Yeah. But she also not only talking with the noises, but talking real fast too.
There's a person down there.
When Allie was maybe 4, 5, me and my kids were playing. At the beginning it was good. And he's like, but we didn't have enough cabs because we wanted to
Oh yeah.
chowder. But yeah, at low tide you can go all the way out. We don't have to. You can have it done, but we just use the shovel and ready to dig.
It has a wide lens. It's recording several things.
Camera. I look forward and the camera's eyes. Hello. My dad had a slow mode. Because it takes patience. Oh, maybe Tide comes and goes in there every day.
It'd be fun to try. My sister
Flooding happens, but it's not like waves.
I think they may have
It just fills up like a tub.
Pushes all that water in.
So in Raymond, during hit tide, the water comes over 101 a lot.
Oh, and when you get it out, is it in like a shell?
Little island out there.
That shape.
There's geese.
There is actually connected to that far side. So what you do is you I know it's like an island.
I was talking about that out there.
Oh,
Little island.
the little bump.
Well, yes, that does look like an island. This seems too narrow a train to be on a wide gauge rail.
I don't know, but the feeling is very reminiscent.
They said there's little paper tickets for me. Perfect.
Found them out, and I was like, oh, just put my hand back in my pocket.
Yeah, keep it warm. There you go.
It's raining again. It's raining again.
That's okay. We're under a roof.
If you guys want, we can swap this seat back one other way so you can ride back. Yeah, if you guys want. Because then you're not going back. It's up to you. Swap you over.
There's a hole in that rock. There were people down there.
Stand in between it and push it back.
By that cave thing?
Like torque, some days they don't.
What was that?
That was the seat behind us switching around.
Oh, they turn around?
Yes, I turned this one around.
Oh, okay.
I walked in and immediately knew I could do that.
Yeah, there were people out walking around us when we drove by.
Hey, look, there's people down there walking around it. Ducks, geese, and seagulls all together.
Window might be getting
There's a bunch of little goslings out there
fog
too.
around the fence.
Look at the birds out on that rock. Oh yeah, up there.
I should remember what those are called.
Cormorants.
Cormorants, yes, that's the word.
They're called birds.
Change sides going back so you can see it. So you can park up on the top there and see the water coming in and the waves are on the other side. But evidently you have to pay now, so we didn't.
I think it worked out okay. Said I think it worked out okay.
Interesting mix of houses.
You got a few more.
Thing just turn off or back?
Well, the back screen turns off after like 10 seconds.
Okay, I just wondered, did it turn off? Did it run out of battery?
No, I was just checking the battery, but it's still going.
Okay.
It turns the screen off to save the battery.
You cannot see the 4 lanes that go to go. No, you can't. They throw on the
windows are frogging up. Remember having to try to tell us kids on a bus, which didn't do any good. Don't wipe the windows off with your hands. If you're going to wipe it off, use a rag or a glove or something. But when you use your hands, it messes it all up.
You told your kids that?
Yes.
I've never once told them not to clean the windows off.
It's not a matter of cleaning them off, it's a matter of wiping the stuff off. And if they use their hands, then it smears it.
It does, and they draw in it. And you can't stop them. So I just open my roof vent and let the steam out. looks like a rough transition.
Well, I'd be careful watching those little kids go across it.
As I recall, we're on the bounciest part of the train track.
We're right over the tires, I think.
Well, I meant as far as the ride goes, this was where it was the most rocky.
Definitely seems slower than I remember. But
Maybe they started reducing the speed limit to reduce the rocking. Because that car is moving a lot. But that car is not a passenger car. This one has suspension. I don't think that one does. I think that's a flat car that's been modified. There's a kid crying, got his finger caught in something.
yeah, she tried to open this or something and got her finger pinched.
You did? Somebody up there?
Somebody back there.
I thought they were looking outside at something at first, like, ooh. It's okay, you can play Easies with me, that's okay.
When I was down at University of Wyoming, one of the classes I took was called the Mechanics and Materials class. So we had we went over to the rail yard and was watching them, and I didn't realize it, but they're putting the rails together. They weld quarter-mile long stretches of rail that they put down, and then they alternate them so that there's only where the joints are, it's on opposite sides. And the way they weld them together, they get the pieces which are like about 40 foot long, and they have like an electrode and cathode. They just ram them together, and it's like welding them. They ram them together, and it gets a big blob of metal on it. And they have a thing that's shaped like goes around the thing, and it just comes down a chunk, and it just knocks that big hunk of stuff off. And then they go to the next one. So it's kind of interesting. And then watch them put them on about 20 cars that they go around curves, and they got quarter-long mile pieces of rail that they take off of it.
We're on the last train of the day. There was 3 runs. I don't know about more summer. They might run more in the summertime. 4th of July, they do one that goes up, stays until the fireworks are over, and then goes back. We did it for like the day after Thanksgiving. We did a Santa ride.
They gave us hot cocoa.
I picked a table that was right in the by the edge. There was just the 2 of us. There wasn't anybody else around us, and then there was, but
Santa was the one who gave us the cocoa.
We've gone 4 miles from Garibaldi, this other side.
That's what he was saying when you're back. It was only 5 miles.
Two Rocks camp.
Two Rocks Friends Camp.
Well, there would definitely be less of us on the trip back.
It's more that the trees go right up to it. I don't remember one in the Dakotas. They filled the bottom of this car in with concrete. Hi. I looked at it while I was out there briefly.
I got a message on through messages text that Google number that put in, I think, was probably because of that. When you try to set that thing up.
No, it's in stasis. Can't do anything with it right now. Too wide.
Welcome back to our hopefully everyone on this train is returning back to Garibaldi. I know we
Make sure that I'm not switching the move.
to stand up. We do ask so that you do so safely though. Around the railing between the cars as you're going through those. As well as make sure you keep all hands, arms, everything inside the train cars at all times. And then she'll be coming by and punching those speaker tickets for you guys. So please make sure to have those out and ready so that you can punch those for you.
So we need the tickets
And
again.
then after beginning the narrative, I'll talk a little bit about the street railroad, talk a little bit about the history of everything around the railroad as well. So I'll refer to things that you can write. We're all referring to this as the ocean side and things that the north side. We do this in the directions, so we're all looking to directions. On the same side and we're going backwards, we're doing what's called a shove. So here in Rockaway we do not have a turnaround, so we rely on our conductor on our shove. So if you take a look at the last car, you can open the door, but you can keep the lid. She's actually on the end of the Neoconi train, which is that cable car. It's the same train that you all boarded in. So she's essentially our icing for our engineers up in the front right here. She has a little radio, she also has a little horn that she blasts. So anytime we come through a crossing, you'll be able to hear that horn go off, and she'll radio to our engineers if there's anything going wrong, and then they can radio back to her.
I didn't look hard enough.
Is it the same in there? We'll give her the railroad, put that bar in there, and there's cables for Scenic and passing. Everything else is historic to the timeline of 1911, I'm sure I think.
Yeah.
The second part you guys can read is around the outside part, is our covered open part. We also have an open top for the second. And then it's got the ladder station, we can have an open street there. That was built in 1936. Our open top was built in 1936. Everything that you see in that car from the railing all the way up to the roof on top was built by OCSR and volunteers here at OCSR Left. It was originally used on the freight lines. It was used for walking railroads.
So she was saying that middle car there was originally a logging car, and they built everything from the frame up themselves.
Everything that you see in it, we try to keep it historic through the timeline as well. And that is our engine is an F7, is a diesel electric engine. There are 3 in Oregon. We have the only running F7 in Oregon. We acquired that in 2007 after a Pineapple Express storm up the hill over the Hillsborough area. So what happened with that is that when the rails had washed out, the F7 ended up on our side of the hill. And so what they decided to do when Southern Pacific got on the lines, what they said is that you guys can have that engine for free. We don't have to pay for shipping or handling, so they just gave it to us, and we were able to bring it over to the bay and move it to OCSR.
That's a nice way to get a piece of look, it's on your side. We don't want to deal with it. Have it.
More money to get it back over here.
All the way from Tunnel Bay, all the way to the Garibaldi area. They were built in 1908. The line itself didn't get finished until 1911 though. That's pretty late in the railroad game. It took about 6 or 7 years for them to build those. So originally it was owned by PRN, which is going to be Cotton and Nap. Sounds a bit out of a little bit as well. How treacherous it was to build. They started at the corner at Scenic, which is over by the museum. We went all the way to the Hillsborough area, which is more in the Willamette Valley. They went up to those hills there. They would have hills blowing up in their streets, as well as you can imagine how rainy it is here, how rainy it would be over the hillside over there. So it was a pretty dangerous area to build and pretty treacherous for them. So they got nicknamed Punk Rotten and Nasty. So in 1915, Southern Pacific had taken over the lines. So between 1915 and 1990, they ran the lines here, and then the Port of Tunnel Bay bought the lines in 1990. And so that kind of goes into the story of OC's start as well. So in 2003, the gentleman by the name of Scott Wicker had worked for Mountain River
That's the
Railroad.
back on my phone pick
So
for
he
today.
decided that he wanted to come down here, so he took himself and his little Buster engine.
My background, they picked for the day.
The rails over here from the Port of Tunnel Bay. All the way to the water. So his first year,
I'm keeping it where it's safe.
this last one is
No, it's fine.
So we appreciate that everyone of you that rides on the rails. Between 2003 and 2007, Scott Wicker would be dodging first trains on the weekend. And so he'd only run on the weekends, and he would only run on the weekdays as that's when the first trains ran. But in 2007, we had a Pineapple Express storm, washed out the rails, and turned us into a railroad island. And so after 2007, we were able to run on the weekdays as well. So we ran Monday through Sunday, because first trains were able to go anymore. All those trees out. Every once in a while, they'll plant some new trees up there. At one point, all the hillside used to look exactly like that with some cool trees up there.
Definitely seems to be a lot less people now. I guess, can you get on at Rockaway, ride to Garibaldi and back? Yeah. There's definitely a lot less people. I'm getting a kick out of watching the back of the locomotive moving around through the window at the other end of the carriage. Oh, nice. I took a picture of the front of the train. I could look and see if I could tell. There's a nice hook barn there. Those two buses look similar to my new buses, but those are even newer than my bus.
And there's also a Spring Lake. This one is Spring Lake Village. It is one of the 3 villages we'll be passing through. We'll pass Spring Lake, we'll pass Watsiko, and we'll pass Barney. I'll also point those out. And there's a little cool history on Watsiko that I'll talk about as well. of how dangerous it was for campers to pass over the road. It's still pretty like fogger going over. No one got hurt, but it's pretty dangerous to do so. They host many different events. They have some conferences out there. They host outdoor school. They offer some band camps and summer camps as well.
Well, she still has the trip back and decided we want to visit Tillamook. It's feeding Tillamook, and it's going to be 3:30 by the time we're back to Garibaldi. That's why I mentioned the blue heron, because it's probably your only chance to go there on this whole trip. We could always at least stop in town and see if Recess is still there. They used to have really good burgers.
One place we still keep talking about trying to get to is that fish and chips place.
Yeah, the longbow, bow picker, something like that, in Astoria.
The big boat,
Yes. I specifically looked at it when I came in, and it was closed. It was too late today. And I was thinking, enjoy the wet and the green while you can, because it's probably going to be a very dry, very hot summer.
Maybe it's the point where they limit our water usage too.
Well, it sounds like farming is going to be terrible this year. It's not even just the water, it's because the price of fertilizer is skyrocketed because of the war.
Realize how much petroleum affects the fertilizer
Right now, we're passing through Waxico. When I had heard the name Waxico, I originally thought it was Native American name, just like many of the rivers around Tillamook County are named after the tribes or named after tribal chiefs. It is not. So the story goes that when the Southern Pacific had owned the lines, the Watt brothers had owned this land right over here. Southern Pacific wanted to buy the land from them, and the Watt brothers said, if you want to do that, we want to stop here on this trail. And they said, you don't even have a name for the town, so we're not going to do that for you because you have a name. So what they decided to do was they took their last name from Watt, they took the seacoast, combined it and made Waxico, put a little flag down, told Southern Pacific, well now we have a name for our town, we need to stop here. And so Southern Pacific leased the line from them.
The first time I ever remember noticing holly in the wild, I was in, I want to say Minnesota.
Right over here, we're passing by one of the many wetlands around the Oregon coast. Wetlands are important for three reasons. One, they provide habitat for many different animals. Some specific to this area are the red-winged blackbird. So you might go see a few of those guys out there. You'll see some blue herons out there and some ducks as well. Every once in a while, we'll have some Canadian geese hang out here as well. Two, they help filter water, specifically in this case from the creeks into Smith Lake, and I'll talk a little bit about Smith Lake here in a
leaves. That's a defense reaction. Fresh leaves don't have the spikes. They develop the spikes after they are damaged to ward off deer from eating them. Ducks. Those are loonies. On his way to fish, by the looks of it. He had a bucket with stuff in it and a net.
is also home to the jetty right over here. You can go out, sometimes you can go on it. Usually during the wintertime, though, it's going to be closed. Believe it or not, it is not actually Garibaldi that closes down that jetty. It is the fire department or the Coast Guard that chooses to close the jetty. And right now, we're passing through our security facility in Barview. If you're wondering about something, they just have a view over the bar, so you need to Barview.
It only has one class, and I'm trying to be careful with it.
Like a princess in a float.
And then here in a moment on the ocean side, you're going to be able to see a view of the jetties up there, and then this is the jaw of the Tony Bay that is the opening to the Pacific Ocean. And then on the far jetty over there, if it's still there, there's some machinery up there. That is the Army Corps of Engineers actually working on the Navy. They have put you guys started a few years ago instead of fixing the jetty. So anytime that you see those semis coming down 101, those giant boulders on the truck, what they're actually doing is they're taking those boulders over to Army jetty campground, bringing them out to the jetty. The Army Corps of Engineers is bringing their boat out and picking those up, taking them over there. And then on the road side, you can see the old life-saving station. This building was actually used before our Coast Guard was put in place in the 1930s. So what they would do is from the old life-saving station right here, they would pass the boats out into the bay. It was discontinued in the 1930s
Wow.
when the old boathouse was built for the Coast Guard. After that, they still used it, but in the 1990s,
Yeah.
the sewers backed up and they had to close the building down.
Boy, road.
That's
If you
what
see
we
those on
saw.
the ocean side right here, between the jaws right there, on the right side of the jetty, you can see the Coast Guard tower out there. Believe it or not, the Coast Guard actually do not sit up in that tower. They rely on a camera to look over the jaws right there.
I see some good exclusions right now.
And then here in a little bit, we're going to be passing by some sandstone formations. All these sandstone formations at one point actually used to be a way for the jetty.
Splashing on the waves
So the
splashing.
first one is known as points of rock, or our Coast Guard like to call it cakes of rock.